Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, it's starting to look somewhat promising for the bullish count. I mentioned in the last video already that yellow count is preferred, but that's been the narrative over the last few days anyway. Last few days. So the yellow scenario is still leading, especially as long as we are holding above the $93,630 level down there. The 78.6 retracement of the initial rally. So that's a key level. It is currently holding, absolutely, yep, and we are currently trying to move away from support. But I said before, I'm just not convinced, or I just don't trust, let's say it like that. It's not that I'm not convinced, I just don't trust price action in this range because it's changing all the time. It's just typical for corrective price action, okay? That the market makes a decision and then an hour later it has another idea and it goes another way. So we just have to be flexible at the moment. On the micro level, this is just not reliable at this stage. However, price action is constructive. What really counts is not so much the microstructure, but the levels, okay? And the support areas, both that we talked about, did hold, yeah? And surely a bearish count is still possible, but the price invalidated the 1-2 setups to the downside. As I said, they were not preferred, but they were there. And invalidation of a bearish 1-2 setup is a good sign. It just means that the bears have the bulls are leading still. Yeah, and that's just confirming my view that the yellow count is to be followed primarily, okay? But it's not that I would give it very high probability. I mean, it's still balanced. I don't know, maybe 60-40, but those probabilities are nothing that you can calculate. It's more like a subjective viewpoint, and that can easily change. But for me, more the objective levels are relevant, right? The Fibonacci support levels, because they are objective. There are clear rules and guidelines how they have to be measured and which ones are relevant, okay? And we know that in a 1-2 setup to the upside, like here, circle 1, circle 2 is the pullback, that a wave 2 should not break below the 78.6 retracement. So should not break below $93,630. We are holding above it at the moment. And this support area has been relevant for the last few days. So the price dipped into it, tried to reverse. Dipped into it, tried to reverse. Dipped into it, tried to reverse. But people ask me, why am I not so confident about it? I mean, I can give you the levels, I say that this is still what I'm leaning to, but honestly, until we break out of this range, I mean, we've all seen it before. Attempted breakouts, it takes time, multiple attempts. And has Bitcoin done much today? Not really. I mean, all we've done is Bitcoin has moved to 98K, really. And we haven't even managed to break and sustain above the previous swing high from the 11th of February, earlier this week. So there's still a lot of work to do, yeah, from a bullish point of view. It's far from over, and we're far from out of the woods. But for now, we can track the pathway higher. And overall, the next key target or objective for the bulls would be a break above the February high, Monday, the 3rd of February. That's at 102,570. That's the level that needs to be broken. Absolutely. It needs to be broken. And that, however, will not completely rule out the white count. I mean, there is still, until we get a little bit more price action that's actually constructive, there will always be the risk of a high B wave. And that's just normal because we're dealing with corrective structures. This is all diagonal stuff, diagonal patterns. Bear in mind, we're in the late stages of a bull market, my view at least. Okay, could be wrong about that, but it just means that price action is very fragile. And it's been like that for a while. So what can we do then to, let's say, follow the yellow count, okay? I mean, we don't really know which one it is. I mean, we never know which one it is. It's all about understanding reward and risk. I mean, those who are following the yellow count would have probably added positions in one of these support areas. The larger one, yeah, and then we have the smaller support area here between 95K and 95.6K. So 2 support areas. At the moment now, we just need to see if it's playing out. And what we can do for risk management is just to put a stop loss, for example, just an idea what's generally reasonable, below the Friday low. so below the intraday low essentially. So below, yeah, 96,350. That would still keep us above the support area, but a break below that shouldn't really happen in the yellow, more directly bullish scenario. It would be a warning that at least we're going to test support, and a break below 93,640 or 630 rather, plus minus a few dollars depending on the exchange, would then confirm that the white scenario is taking the lead. Okay, this is when we get a signal that the yellow count, my preferred count currently, is going to be on live support. The formal invalidation point for the yellow count is a break below the red line here. That's the, I mean, that would be invalidation. 91,270. Okay. That's how I see it at the moment. There isn't really a lot to talk about. It's looking good, yeah, but overall these movements today, they are not yet strong enough to really confirm lows. So yeah, that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, in case you don't know yet, we recently launched our new channel. It's our main channel from now on for the MCO communities to meet. Yeah, different content comes together here. Different videos, in-depth analysis. We talked about indicators. Yesterday I made a video about a key Bitcoin buy indicator. I talked about the altcoin season a few days ago. So if that's stuff that interests you, check out this channel. You'll find the link in the description. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.